What did you want to be when you grew up?
I always wanted to be in the finance. I happened to see somebody it was at Raffles Place. They were wearing those jackets. And I was quite keen on, okay, so what are these people doing? So they were actually the floor traders. And since then, I was like, okay, I need to work my way to get into this industry. So that's where I started right after my army in 1991. I did my bachelor's in business admin. That was a good foundation for me to understand a little bit about futures, but that was just all theory.
How did you find your way to the exchange?
Chance upon, I saw this on the paper. It said, looking for floor traders. And I was like, okay, that could be it. And so I wrote in and I started off in DBS Trading, just one of the local banks here. That's where I started in October 1991. Since my second job was in Merrill, I joined Merrill in July 1992, all the way to 2011. So I spent about 20 years in Merrill.
What was your career path?
When I joined in 1992, I only had like 9 months experience. So as usual, I started with all the clearing. After that, I started speaking to clients. And I was really interested to learn a lot more. So I started reading books on options, talking to prop traders, talking to clients, getting to understand what are they actually looking at. So it got me a lot more interested, and then I started to write commentaries, talking to them. It kind of like built up my confidence a lot. And eventually I kind of like moved up the corporate ladder. By 1997, I was the floor manager and the director of on Merrill Lynch Futures Singapore Private Limited. It was really interesting because at that time I was still like below 30, and getting to go for some of the meetings with Cymex, with together all the other banks and all this, it's just, it was a good learning path for me. But what I dragged was being the floor manager, you have to face the auditors 3 times a year. You have your internal audit, the SGX Cymex audits, and once in a while MES will come over and audit. So that is not very pleasant and fun time though. But in short, gave me a good exposure. So that was my floor days until 2005 when I went electronic trading. Merrill kind of like gave me a job and they moved me to prop trading. That was where I went under the Asian Index Arbitrage Trading Group. So I spent 3 years in Singapore and 3 years in Hong Kong. So I left in 2011. Well, I was still in Hong Kong then.
What were the signs we were transitioning to electronic trading?
It was around 2001 after the Y2K. Then there was a big push, and I was getting my team ready. I think by 2000, I was starting to move some of my team to back office to kind of like be prepared for the transition. So in a way, we were kind of prepared. But what caught me by surprise was a lot of locals, especially the one that trades the interest rate. Personally, I felt that they were in denial. They always think that electronic trading will never take place. It will never succeed. How can the system code prices a butterfly, a condo? You're talking about euro dollar. You're talking about 10 cycles. There's no way it's going to succeed. And that was their mentality, and very, very sad, as in a lot of them didn't prepare themselves. So they were the early casualties on when the exchange went fully electronic in 2005.
What was your worst error?
I will always remember my first error that I made on the phone, and there was an options trade. And during those time, the distance between my phone and the pit was like easily 20 meters away, and everything was just hand signal. So being new at the time, I recall one of the pit broker was telling me, "Oh, the code was I was trying to put in an order. At first, I asked for a price, quoted me a price, and my client says, okay, to buy 100 on this. And the trader was going like that. And I thought, you're Phil. You got 100 of those at this price. And I went over to the trader and said, can I have my card? And the response was, nope, I was telling you it was out. And that was my first error that I made. It was like 10,000 US dollars loss on that. But it sticks with me. I just got to be very, very careful.
Who were your mentors?
I always remember this guy when I was in Merrill. So I was still fairly new. They brought this guy over from Chicago. I still remember his name, Sean Byrne. Good guy. So I was understudying him on options. And he actually recommended some books for me to read up. And I think it helped me out in terms of understanding more about the product. And eventually I got more confidence. And once after he moved over to Tokyo, that was my first mentor. And of course, when I went into prop trading, I had a very, very good mentor who is also based in Japan, Eugene. I think I just saw his profile photo. He just recently retired from Merrill. Good guy, very, very good guy. He really helped me, to transit from being a floor trader to understanding what's index arbitrage all about. So I learned a lot of things from him though.